Bears Sports Network to Bryan High School, where tonight the Bryan Lady Bears play host to the Panthers at Delta here on BMU TV. Chris Malanga and joining me tonight for his debut on BMU, Mark Rary. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Yeah, looking forward to it, Chris. Thanks for having me.
All right, so let's give everybody a little bit of background about why you're here in the hot seat next to me. So you played a little bit of this round ball game, huh?
I did. I had a little experience with it. Played in high school, and then I did play at Adrian College for 4 years. So glad to be back in a different aspect now.
Yeah, so you're usually here watching the games as part of the administrative team here at Bryan, but now up here with me and able to do something a little different, huh?
Right, it's a whole new perspective up here, but looking forward to it.
What do you think of our press row area?
It's it's a lot of action up here.
Yeah,
it moves quick. So
yeah, absolutely does. So tonight the Lady Bears are playing host in their second to last league game, final home game against the Delta Panthers. And Mark, Delta is 17-1 on the season. They are tied up atop with Archbold for the league right now at 5-0, and their only loss was to Lima Bath. And this team is kind of a scary team.
Yeah, what makes this real interesting is coming in here to our house tonight is we actually have a chance that if we can knock them off, we can make the league real interesting.
Yeah.
In the final week of play. So.
Absolutely, because next Thursday night Archbold plays at Delta, and so if we beat Delta and Delta beats Archbold, then it's a three-way league race.
Yep, so we are in position and still in the driver's seat to kind of control our own destiny. So I know we had a big game at home last Thursday with Archbold coming into town, and our girls played really, really well, came up just on the wrong side of that, so we're hoping to see that same energy and same atmosphere and see what can happen here.
Yeah, Panthers are coached by Ryan Ripke. He's in his 8th season. They're averaging 58.7 points per game to the Bears' 52.7. But again, that 17-1 record is just something that's really impressive on the season to just kind of go like that. They're led by Maddie Matamore, who is a 1,000-point scorer. She got that back in January. She was the first team all NWOAL last year and averages 18.7 points per game. So kind of like our Allie Minor in the case of getting the 1,000-point mark in her senior year.
Yeah, and it could be a real up and down game. I know Delta likes to shoot a lot of the three, so it could make for a fast-paced game up and down the court, and we'll see what happens.
We will. So I hope you enjoy joining us tonight here on the Golden Bears Sports Network. We're going to take our first time out. When we come back, we're going to set this one for you, and then we're also going to talk to boys head coach Brandon Fisher after this.
When we moved into our new facility, I was a little worried about Bob. Bob really loved our temporary office pod. In fact, he was so comfortable, it was a bit concerning. The good news is that Bob has really embraced our new building and has seemed to settle into his new surroundings here at Bryan Ford Lincoln. Now I have a new concern. What's that old saying? People in glass offices should not wear bathrobes? We make buying a vehicle very comfortable here at Bryan Ford Lincoln.
BMU high-speed internet is now cheaper than ever. Now just $30 a month. That's $100 a year in savings. Get it with BMU Extended Basic Cable for all your sports, movies, and reality shows. Plus local programming, including high school sports and community events. Not to mention a local help desk and support team for when you need them. Now for the fine print. We don't have any. No contracts or hidden fees. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net.
An insurance policy is essentially a promise to pay for covered losses that occur to your assets. At Andrews O'Neill & Lowe, we take this promise seriously, from the minute you accept the policy to the moment the loss occurs and beyond. That's why we place your auto, home, or business insurance with an experienced carrier like the Central Mutual Insurance Company. Our expertise, matched with Central's quality products and service, provide you protection, security, and peace of mind. Andrews O'Neill & Lowe is your local Central agent. Call us today at 419-636-5050.
At Creel Funeral Service, we are professionals with the sincere desire to reward every family who have placed their trust and confidence in us by being attentive to every detail, displaying the highest level of courtesy and compassion, and providing the greatest measure of respect for their wishes. As remembrance planners, our goal is to help families find joy in the way they choose to remember, honor, and celebrate the wonderful life of their loved one. Creel Funeral Service, we are experts at helping hearts heal.
Hey there, I'm Dieter Held with Darryl Shirkey Ford Lincoln in Montpelier, Ohio. Here to tell you a little bit about the 2018 Ford Escape lease specials that we have going on this month. This 2018 White Gold Escape SE comes equipped with 4-wheel drive, Bluetooth, heated seats, and a reverse backup camera. Best of all, this 2018 Escape lease special comes in as low as $249 a month here at Williams County's #1 volume leader, Daryl Shirkey Ford Lincoln.
Back out at Bryan High School, Chris Malenga and Mark Rary, and we're joined right now by head coach Brandon Fisher of the boys basketball team. And coach, welcome in.
Thanks, appreciate it. Good to be here.
So been a kind of a up and down season for you guys, kind of a season of streaks. And how are things going this year for you guys? How are you feeling about things?
You know, they're going well, and I know there's a couple games we'd like to have go the other way, but people ask me about it, and I say our practices are great. You know, it's been up tempo. We've done a lot of good things. Times just haven't shot the ball well, and maybe turned it over a few times like we didn't want to, but we played a tough schedule, and I'm proud of the kids for sticking with it. And we got a lot of games left on the season that we can turn it around, and I'm proud of them, and we're having a good time doing it in practice. It's been tough at times, and we've been hard on them and expect a lot, but I think they've responded to that well, and I'm very proud of them, the way they persevered through things, and see how it goes the last 6, 7, 8 games here.
We've talked a lot about this in the past, about how Bryan always schedules up. You're always scheduling these tough teams, but that's really setting you up for really the important part of the season, which is the postseason.
Yeah, it is, and like I said, I know we'd like it to go a little bit different this year at times, but I think there's times when we played really well against good teams and just haven't, you know, closed it out at the end, or maybe had a couple stretches where it cost us, but we're going to keep doing that. And, you know, we scheduled some more tough ones for next year too, so I think that's the right way to go about it, and really test yourself and see what you're made of. So, like I said, proud of the kids, and it's atmosphere and everything with the players has been really good and competitive in practice. So a couple times maybe, you know, when everybody's watching, it hasn't gone perfect, but when we see them every day, you know, we have 75, 80 practices a year. It's going pretty well. So that part of it we see every day, and I'm proud of them.
Does it make it really tough to be in a league with teams that are state ranked like Waseon and Archbold? That you're seeing these guys that we just can't match up with as far as height on our team, but you're doing a good job of it. It's sticking in there with them.
Yeah, it's tough, and you know, a lot of other teams are in tough leagues too. You know, it's nothing bad about that. So we're going to have a tough district. We play a tough non-league too. So that part of it's good. You know, we like playing in big games. That's a lot more fun. Hopefully we can kind of match up with those guys in the future starting next year, and I think we can. We've got a lot of young guys right now that are playing, getting them a lot of time, and I honestly think they've gotten much better, and even probably better than what I even thought they would just over the course of a year, with a lot of them being injured and kind of having one of our probably a starter that's injured now for the year as well. So things are looking up. We're going to definitely miss the seniors because they've done a lot and really had to change a lot when I got here, and I appreciate that, and I love them to death, but things are looking good down the road too, and at the same time we're not giving up on this year. You know, I don't think they have it all. I think practices have been great this week, and they know we've got some winnable games here coming up, so I'm excited for this weekend. Hopefully the Armageddon of snow, like Andy calls it, is going to hit us here tonight, and we actually get to play.
You play tomorrow night. You're scheduled for tomorrow night, right? Yeah,
we got Delta tomorrow at Delta, and then Napoleon's coming in Saturday night. So we got the NBA portion of our schedule coming up as far as go Friday, Saturday, Tuesday, you know, Friday, and then tournament at the end of the year. So that'll be rough on us, but it's all right. Everybody else has to do it too.
Yep. What is the draw? When is the draw? It's this weekend, correct?
It's Sunday.
Okay.
Yep. Down in Ada, so we're going to take our 5-hour drive down there and see if we can get a decent seed. There's some tough teams in there. We got to work. You know, obviously Waseon's in it. Elida is really, really strong, is in it. Wapakoneta, very good, very tough. Shawnee, Kenton, who's really good, and Van Wert, who is absolutely on fire the weekend that they played Shawnee and us, and they have just gone on a tear.
Yeah.
And we knew they were capable of that. So you've got Defiance is in there, who's obviously always going to be competitive, and so there's a lot of good teams in there that we're going to have to try and hopefully avoid and maybe beat a couple if we can actually get to district. So we'll see how it goes.
All right, well, we wish you the best of luck this weekend. Hopefully you get your games in, and as we roll on the tournament, we've got a bunch of games with you guys coming up. So
good. Come on,
looking forward to it. All right, Coach Brandon Fisher. We're going to take another time out. We'll come back and give you the starting lineups after this on BMU TV. All right, cool. Thank you.
Times there's nothing in the world more important than family. We understand that at Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Our entire staff is like family to us. They are some of the most caring, thoughtful, and dedicated people in our industry. In fact, our newest members are part of my family. When the time comes for your family to say goodbye, remember our family, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. in Bryan, Sherwood, West Unity, and Hamilton.
They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
This is my story. I'm a mother of 3, a wife, and a cat operator. I earned my degree in mechanical engineering technologies. Now I have a career doing exactly what I studied. I learned more, now I earn more.
Back out at Bryan High School, it's Bryan and Delta, Golden Bear basketball for the ladies tonight. Chris Milling and Mark Rary. And Mark, as we said on the top of the broadcast, 17-1 for the Panthers of Delta. Whew.
Yeah, I think when you say that, it sounds scary, and I think one of the biggest keys to tonight's game for the Golden Bears is going to be to control the pace of the basketball game. As we noted earlier, Delta likes to shoot the long ball, and if they start catching hot, we might have to make some adjustments and switch things up to kind of get them out of rhythm and see how that impacts their game. But I think the more we can control the ball and control the pace, the more it'll be in our favor.
Golden Bears record 12-7, 4-1 in the NWOAL. Todd Grosjean in his second stint here at BHS. And, if you're the Golden Bears, how do you think Delta is going to play these guys? You've got Kennedy Lamberson, who's averaging 13.2 points per game. The last 2 games, she's been on kind of a tear, 20-plus points in each of those games. Allie Miner is always tough, and we're seeing her assist numbers really going up this year as people key on her. What's their game plan?
Right. I think, you're going to see the Panthers come out real aggressive. Obviously, they know the target's on their backs, and they're 17-1 and undefeated in the league. So they're going to want to try and dictate and control their game and play their game. So they're going to come out overly aggressive. I think you're going to see a lot of pressure on the ball. But I also see you're going to see some adjustments down low, like you mentioned with Kennedy Lamberson. She might get double teamed from time to time and try and force her into making the poor choice and the bad shot. So again, it's how well we respond and how well we handle that pressure.
Now, in the past, a lot of teams have put the double team on Allie Miner, and we've seen the last couple of games her point totals have been down. Is that something that you see Delta doing tonight on Allie, or are they going to be focused more on the big underneath?
I think you'll see a lot of pressure out top, too. I think they're going to try and keep the ball out of Allie's hands, obviously limit her scoring. They're going to try and make her force that ball to the wings and keep her to try and be non-existent in the offense, but that's a tough task to try and pull off. So.
Absolutely. We talked a little bit about Maddie Matamore, and she is, their 1,000-point scorer. She's averaging 18.7 points per game, and something you pointed out as we were sitting there kind of prepping, she shot 129 three-pointers.
Yeah, 129 threes. Some teams don't shoot that many in the season, and she's already hit that feat with a few games to go here. So, again, I think we're going to see a lot of that up and down the court, fast action, and they're not going to be shy to pull the trigger on the long ball.
Now, we saw a lot of back-and-forth fast action against Van Wert in our last game Tuesday night, and it was a lot of fast action, but it was a lot of sloppy basketball. Here, I think we're going to see a lot more fast action, a lot more quick shots.
Right. So that'll end up dictating how the game plays out.
Absolutely. So thank you so much for joining us here on the Golden Bear Sports Network, and we're getting set to send it down to our public address announcer who will give us the starting lineup. Bears, no secret, it's basically the same starting lineup they've started with most every game this season. Last week, or Tuesday, we had senior night, so they worked Hannah Maxey into that mix to start things off, and now it's back to the regular starting lineup, and we'll see how the Bears face against the Delta Panthers at 17-1. Delta is shooting as a team 40%. Bears shooting as a team 40%. They're pretty even on three-point attempts, pretty even on free throws. So on paper, this game looks pretty accurate. We'll send it down to our public address announcer.
Between the Delta Panthers and our Bryan Lady Golden Bears. Ladies and gentlemen, America is the land of the free and the home of the brave. That freedom has been afforded to us by the dedication and sacrifice of brave servicemen and women currently deployed throughout our communities around the world and many others who have come before us. To thank these extraordinary men and women and to honor our great nation, would you please rise and join in the playing of our national anthem. For your Bryan Lady Golden Bears. A 5'5" senior, number 2, Sydney Lamberson. A 5'3" sophomore, number 3, Kelly Miller. A 5'6" senior, number 22, Allie Miner. A 5'8" junior, number 32, Kennedy Lamberson. And a 5'9" junior, number 42, McKenna Groove. The Bears are coached by Todd Grosjean, assisted by Colin Walker, Kathy Lamberson, and Bob Hoffenstein.
There you have it, the starting lineups here on the Golden Bears Sports Network, and excited to bring you this one. Chris Malenga and Mark Rary, and Mark, boy, tough task out there for the Golden Bears, but I think they're up to the challenge tonight.
You know, it's almost got a tournament type feel to it tonight, Chris.
Yep.
With a team with this record coming in, and actually tournament time just a few weeks away, so it'll be great competition tonight.
Absolutely. So we're going to get this one underway. It'll be Grooves stepping off. Tip will head Delta's way. Matamore will bring it up. Go on the right side quickly to Mitchell. Mitchell will drive top of the lane, then to Gagir, then back over to Matamore. Matamore back to Gagir. Back to Matamore, top of the key. Feed it underneath to Mitchell. Mitchell dish that back out. Matamore launches one of those threes, and No good. Rebound will come down to the Golden Bears. Sydney Lamberson now facing full court pressure. Lamberson will get it over the timeline. On the right side, Minor. Minor will dribble to the wing, then back out. Now over left side, over to Kennedy Lamberson. Lamberson back over to Minor. Now over to Lamberson, who will set things up through center circle. Works around a screen. Back over to Lamberson. Now to Minor. Back to Kennedy Lamberson. She'll drive back to Minor. Now Minor will drive, then back out to Sydney Lamberson. And Kelly Miller, top of the key now. She'll drive, bounce pass over to Kennedy Lamberson. Gets knocked out of bounds and will stay here with the Golden Bears. So Mark, in that first series, what are you seeing?
A lot of defensive pressure there, good ball movement. I think we're being patient and looking for that good shot to start out the game here.
Minor will bounce, receive the bounce pass in. Work over the timeline, working against Matamore. The 2,000-point scores facing off. Lamberson, now to Minor. She'll feed it underneath to Kennedy Lamberson. Kennedy, nice shot off the glass for a 2-0 lead for the Golden Bears at 6:40 here in the first quarter.
You know, Lamberson did a nice job there of splitting the double team. They are shading over to her when she gets the ball, so hopefully that continues.
Matamore will try to get the ball and knock it out of bounds. Freeman just didn't do a good job, and a Golden Bear was in there to kind of disrupt that, so that'll be a turnover for Delta. And now Kennedy Lamberson will inbound to Allie Minor.
Seeing a little pressure out here at the half, just extending beyond the half court.
They're able to get it over. Minor will drive, then dish back off last second to Kelly Miller, who hits the deck. Stolen away by Delta. They're coming fast. Abby Freeman. Freeman puts up a shot, up and good. And Freeman got the ball in the backcourt there and was able to take it all the way up.
And Delta again applying the pressure here, looking to speed up the pace of the game.
Lamberson able to break it. She'll come in, pop a shot, no good. Kennedy Lamberson will get the rebound, put it up, draw the foul, and we'll head to the line to shoot two. Foul's going to be on number 5, Elena Mitchell. That'll be her first, team first. And that'll put Kennedy Lamberson in the line to shoot two.
It's good to see against that pressure, us attacking it and getting to the basket and getting to the line.
First one for Kennedy is up and no good. Kennedy is normally an 80% free throw shooter. She leads the team. But in the last couple games we've seen her, she's early on struggled. That one is up and good, though, and it's a 3-2 ball game with 5:52 remaining first quarter. Now, Bears putting a little bit of pressure on their own. Full court man-to-man defense. Matamore with the basketball. She'll lose it. Battled around, and Allie Minor will pick it up, so another turnover for Delta. Minor will feed to Lamberson. Lamberson will put it up. No good. Rebound comes down to Jessie Jagier. Jagier will feed it down quickly to Freeman. Freeman will hand off to Matamore. Matamore drives, spin move, puts up a shot with the left hand. No foul, and no good, and Kennedy Lamberson will come down with it. Quickly ahead to Minor. Minor finds Sydney Lamberson, then back out to Kelly Miller. Miller launches a 3, no good. Rebound comes down to Matamore. Matamore will bring it down. She has some numbers down there, but holds it up, gives to Freeman. Freeman will try to feed it underneath off of Kennedy Lamberson's foot. Matamore will pick it up, and Matamore will drive, put up a shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Sid Lamberson. Sid double teamed as she crosses the timeline looking for some help. She kind of flails the ball over to Kennedy Lamberson. We're actually going to get a foul on Delta. That's going to be on number 20, Jessie Jagier. That'll be her first, team second.
Yeah, you know, both teams are looking to settle in here. The pace of the game is real quick right now. Delta applying that pressure, sending it beyond the half court. And we're getting some turnovers on both sides.
Minor with the basketball, and just as you say that, there's another one. Matamore will pick it up. She'll come the other way, throw it to Freeman. Freeman launches a 3, nothing but boards. And we got a 5-3 game. Delta. Quick pass. Miller crosses the timeline, working against Mitchell. Miller trapped in the backcourt there, and we're going to get a timeout from Coach Grosjean.
I think that was a great timeout there, Chris. Coach Grosjean seeing that pressure was very heavy and just need to talk about some things and see how we can break this.
It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. It's a 5-3 game. All 5 points for Delta are coming from Abby Freeman. She leads. She's the second leading scorer on the team at 13.1, and then. The Bears points come in the form of a basket and a free throw from Kennedy Lamberson.
Yeah, we've already seen some threes go up on both sides. We got three threes from Delta and one attempt on the Golden Bears side.
Bears will have it. Far sideline. Looks like Delta is not going to pressure the inbound, but will set up. Inbound to Minor. We got a timeout. We've got some water or something on the court there. So Bears are with their same starting five. Delta has seen Brooklyn Weimer check in. And Brooklyn Green for that matter. So Minor with the basketball off the inbound pass. Goes over to Sid Lamberson on the right side. Sid back to Minor. Back to Sid. Sid will dribble back to Minor, left side. Trying to get that inside shot. Now Lamberson will come out to screen. They get it underneath to Miller. Miller out to Minor. Minor will drive. Pocket closes. Minor up and good with it though. 5-5. Ali Minor with the first 2 points of the night.
Great attack of the basket there.
Weimer will have the basketball. Give over to Freeman, top of the key. Freeman passes over to Matamore. Matamore looks to drive, working on Sid Lamberson. Now Freeman will kick back out, and that'll be a backcourt violation as Freeman looked for Matamore, and Matamore just couldn't hang on to it, and that's another turnover for Delta.
Yeah, some defensive pressure up there. We're still in man-to-man. Hopefully that continues to go our way with causing a little chaos out there.
Minor getting double teamed. She's able to get it over to Kennedy Lamberson. Kennedy will feed over. Shot up and good. That is McKenna Grube. And against Van Wert, McKenna Grube just kind of stood under the basket and got a bunch of easy baskets.
Yeah, that was great vision there by Kennedy to find her standing open there and get the easy two.
Over to Weimer. Weimer on the right wing. Then she'll dribble all the way back out to the top of the key. Give over to Matamore. Matamore now working on the right side. She's working against Ali Minor. So it's 22 versus 22 right now. Matamore will go left side and then give it to Abby Freeman, who can't hang on. Goes out of bounds and another turnover. Golden Bears will have it. So Kennedy Lamberson will inbound all the way back here. Bounce pass into Minor. Now they tried to feed it to Kennedy. Gets tipped, but Lamberson will give to Sid Lamberson, who then is fouled. That's going to be on, I believe, Brooklyn Weimer. That'll be her first, team third.
You know, Bryan's doing exactly what you need to do against that pressure is find the open person, especially in the middle of the court. That's how you break that trap and move it down the court.
McKenna Grube will check out, and we will see McKendry Seamer, the freshman, check in. Also seeing Kayla Arnold come in for Kelly Miller. Sydney Lamberson will bring it over to Minor, left wing, then back out to Kennedy Lamberson, who launches a three, no good. McKendry Seamer in there to get the rebound, puts it up off glass and in. So Seamer now with her first two of the night. It's 9-5.
Never hurts to have that offensive spark off the bench.
Absolutely. Freeman with it, left side. She'll feed it over, cross court to Weimer. Weimer will drive, then kick back out to Matamore. Actually, that was Grace Sonic who puts it up. That was a two-point basket, though. It's 9-7. Kennedy Lamberson with the basketball in the backcourt. Back to Ali Minor. They're going to have to get it over quickly. Minor will find Sydney Lamberson all the way down and puts up a shot. Nope, she doesn't even get a shot. It gets knocked out of bounds. She ran into Grace Sonic right in the middle of the key there, and Sonic will sit back down, and Jessica Jagir will check back in. Allie DuBois will check in for the Golden Bears, so Sid Lamberson will get a seat. She made hard contact there. Quick inbound, quick shot by Ali Minor, not even close. And Delta brings it down quickly with Matamore. Matamore finds Brooklyn Green down low, puts it up with the right hand, and good. We got a tie ball game, folks, 1:55 remaining, first quarter. Over to Minor, nearly out of bounds. Minor will give to Kennedy Lamberson. Kennedy bounce pass to Minor. Minor will feed it over to Kayla Arnold. Arnold goes left, then goes right. She'll give to Minor. Minor feeds underneath to Lamberson, can't hit her. Brooklyn Green will intercept that pass, and it'll come the other way. Freeman quickly down to Grace Sonic. Sonic will get it knocked away, and Allie DuBois, actually it was Allie Miner who came over and knocked that one out. So both teams playing aggressive defense here, Mark.
Yeah, that was a great read by Allie there to come out, tip that out, get them out of the rhythm a little bit.
So Matamore with the basketball. 1:13 to play, first quarter. Matamore will go left, then give out to Abby Freeman. 3-ball in the air for Freeman, in and out. Rebound comes down to Allie Miner. Miner will feed it quickly down to DuBois. DuBois catches, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Delta. Boy, nice find there for DuBois. And then Kayla Arnold will knock it over and intercept that pass and step on the line while doing it, though. Gonna see Bailey Krupp come in. Bailey Krupp, excuse me.
Yeah, we're starting to see the subs come in and out here as we get towards the end of the first quarter. It's been a fast-paced game with a lot of pressure defense, giving some of the starters a breather here before we get to the start of the second.
They'll get it down to Brooklyn Green, who feeds underneath to Matamore, knocked out of bounds by Allie Miner. And I've seen Allie Miner be really aggressive on the defense early on.
Yeah, she's really trying to anticipate and jump out and see what she can do to disturb that offensive rhythm.
Brooklyn Green with the inbound here. She'll toss it up, and Matamore will catch like a wide receiver. Dribble in, put up a shot, no good. Rebound comes down, and we're going to get a foul on Brooklyn Green, making the contact while she went to do the rebound. That'll be her first foul, team fourth. So Bears will inbound. We're going to see Braylon Weimer, her twin, check in. She will be guarding Kelly Miller on the inbound. Stolen away by Matamore. Matamore puts it up, no good. Rebound comes down to Allie Miner. They're double teaming Miner in the backcourt. She gets it up to Arnold. Arnold pops up, no good. Rebound comes right in the hands of Abby Freeman. Freeman will go the other way. Find Matamore left side. Matamore thought about a three, then he'll drive. Goes right around McKendry Seamer, puts it up and in for two. So that's the first 2 points of the game for Maddie Matamore. Bears have 12 seconds. Miner with it, gets double teamed, throws down to McKendry Seamer, who puts it up and in. And nice move there by Seamer to get open. Quickly the other way. Matamore launches a three, no good. And we're all tied at 11 at the end of the first quarter of play. Back after this on BMU TV.
BMU high-speed internet is now cheaper than ever. Now just $30 a month. That's $100 a year in savings. Get it with BMU extended basic cable for all your sports, movies, and reality shows. Plus local programming, including high school sports and community events. Not to mention a local help desk and support team for when you need them. Now for the fine print. We don't have any. No contracts or hidden fees. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net.
It's been said a million times, there's nothing in the world more important than family. We understand that at Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Our entire staff is like family to us. They are some of the most caring, thoughtful, and dedicated people in our industry. In fact, our newest members are part of my family. When the time comes for your family to say goodbye, remember our family, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory in Bryan, Sherwood, West Unity, and Hamilton.
Back out at Bryan High School, 11-11 our score at the end of the first quarter, and the Bears and the Panthers at Delta. Chris Malega, Mark Rary, and fast-paced game here in the first quarter.
Up and down. Hopefully you can keep your breath through this game here, Chris.
Yeah, you can't hardly get a word in edgewise with all the action. So the Bears will have it. Miner with the basketball to start the second quarter of play. And Kelly Miller now will have it. Miller back to Miner. Miner will drive, kick out to Seamer. Seamer makes a baseline move, puts it up and in. McKendry Seamer now with 6 points on the night.
Yeah, McKendry's come in and been a little offensive spark here for us here at the beginning of the game. That's nice to see.
Freeman with the basketball, bounce pass over to Jagir, puts up a shot, no good. Kelly Miller will come down with the rebound. Now she's double teamed right in the corner, and let's see what'll happen. She knocks it off of Delta, and it's gonna stay with the Bears. No, actually they're gonna give it to Delta. Let's see if we're going to get an overturn of that, because I really thought it was off of the leg of the Delta player.
Yeah, it looked like it, but it looks like they're going to hold true with their call here.
Sid Lamberson will check back into the game. They get it in. Cross court over to Elena Mitchell. Mitchell working against Sid Lamberson. Can't get a shot. Will dish back out. And now Matamore launches a three. No good. Rebound comes down to the Golden Bears. Allie Miner. Miner quickly over to Bailey Krupp. Gets it knocked out of bounds. We're going to get a foul on Matamore. That's 2 on her. And that's the 5th. No, that's only her first. Excuse me. That's the 5th team foul. That's a girl you'd like to get in foul trouble.
Absolutely, yeah. She hasn't quite found her rhythm on the offensive side yet, and credit goes to Allie Miner for her matchup, for keeping her at bay.
Miner with the basketball off the inbound. She works against Matamore. Miner will drive all the way up, put a scoop shot up and in. Wow. Got past all 4 girls in the key there, and that's the 4th point for Miner. Now Matamore's coming the other way, puts up a shot of her own off glass and good. So 15-13 Bears lead. Kennedy Lamberson with the basketball. Now back to Miner, now to Lamberson. She'll get over the timeline. Look for some help. Over to Krupp. Now back to Miner, who'll reset. She'll go all the way back to the midcourt line. And go right side to Sydney Lamberson. Sid will drive. Sid will dish off to Kennedy. Kennedy will drive. Move around, put it up and in. Boy, Kennedy got right around those tall trees in the middle there and able to pick up point number 5. Matamore the other way now. Bounce pass, cross court to Weimer. Puts it up, no good. And the rebound knocked around, and Kennedy Lamberson comes down with it. I thought Elena Mitchell was going to have that, but Kennedy just came in and said, not today. But then Mitchell will steal the pass and put up a layup, no good. Rebound comes down to Abby Freeman, gets the putback, and it's 17-15. Sid Lamberson with the basketball in the backcourt. She's double teamed, goes over to the side, looking for some help, and we're going to get a timeout from Coach Grosjean, and that'll be a full timeout. So we'll take it with them. Your score 17-15, second quarter of play, 5:39 remaining. Back after this on BMU. Okay. Back out at Bryan High School, Chris Malega, Mark Rary here with you. It's Delta 15, Bryan 17. Want to thank our sponsors bringing you the game tonight. Bryan Ford Lincoln, Northwest State Community College, Andrews O'Neill and Lowe, Pearl Funeral Home and Crematory, the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Darrow Shirkey Ford, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home, and BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet. Thank you so much to our sponsors. Bears basketball off the timeout underneath, shot up and good. That is Bailey Krupp. Krupp with her first points of the night.
Yeah, that was a nice ball movement there to break that trap out top and get it down underneath for the easy 2.
So Delta with it, it's Brooklyn Weimer. Weimer top of the key, working against McKenna Grube. Now to Freeman. Freeman tries to get underneath. Knocked away, and it's free for all. And Kennedy Lamberson with it now. Covers up the basketball, but the jump ball is called, and so that'll stick with Delta.
Continued aggressive defense by the Golden Bears in this man-to-man matchup. They're getting Delta out of rhythm. Delta seems to be getting a lot of their points on either putbacks or fast breaks. So hopefully we can continue to pressure them and keep them out of rhythm on offense here.
Sonic with some pressure there. Now gives over to Matamore. Matamore working against Sid Lamberson. Left side to Freeman. Now back over to Brooklyn Green. Green will give over right side to Matamore. Matamore will try to drive, put up a shot, no good, gets her own rebound, puts it up again, and that time it is good, 19-17, and Matamore now has 6 on the night. It took her a while to get those first 2, but since then she's been pretty steady.
Yeah, she's had 6 quick points here.
Miner with the basketball, trying to get it up. Gets over the timeline quickly. Bounce pass over to Sid Lamberson down low on the right side. Cross court over to Kennedy Lamberson. Kennedy drops, then fires back to Miner, and Miner's going to pick up a travel call. Bears with the turnover.
Yeah, again, the Bears are doing a nice job of continuing to attack the basket and get in the paint. Try and get those easy 2s.
Spirited Delta student section down there. They have the basketball off the inbound. Now we're going to get a foul on Sid Lamberson. That'll be her first, team first. So the first team foul for the Bears comes with 4:14 remaining in the second quarter.
It's a little surprising for how aggressive this game has been on both sides defensively, but
play. So Brooklyn Green will inbound. Gives to Matamore in the backcourt. She's working against Sid Lamberson. She'll go to the right side, put it behind her back, then back out front. Down over to Green. Green just inside the three-point arc. Now she'll drive around. Come inside, working against Kennedy Lamberson. Lamberson will get the foul, and Green will head to the line for two as the shot was missed. That's Kennedy's first foul, team's second. And that'll put Brooklyn Green to the line. She's a 69% foul shooter, averaging 7.3 points per game. First one up for Green, up and good. Rattled just a little bit, but true. So this one could tie it at 19. Bears have led by as many as 6, but it's been a back and forth affair. That one is no good. Rebound comes down to Sid Lamberson. Lamberson coming down quickly. Gives over to Kayla Arnold. Thought about a shot, then he'll drive in. Over to Kennedy Lamberson. This defense is relentless for Delta. Back out over to Arnold. Arnold gives to Sid Lamberson. Now back to Arnold. Arnold thinks about a three, then pulls it back. Lamberson now on the right side. Ball is tipped away by Weimer, and they're running the other way with Delta. Sonic with the basketball over to Matamore. Launches a three, no good. Rebound comes down to Brooklyn Weimer. Back to Freeman. Freeman now looks to drive. Back to Matamore. 3:16 to play, second quarter. Matamore back over to Freeman. Freeman thought about a three. Comes inside. Ball knocked away, but pass made over to Brooklyn Weimer, who misses a three. And then we've got a putback shot that is also missed, but that's going to put Grace Sonic to the line. And the second foul for Sydney Lamberson. So no fouls for the last 10 minutes of play, and then all of a sudden 3 quick ones for the Bears. First one is missed.
Delta keeps getting some second chance opportunities here, and I think the Bryan Golden Bears are going to look to shore things up with, on the rebounding side and maybe eliminate some of these extra chance opportunities.
Allie Du Bois will check in, 5'8" sophomore. Shot is missed. Rebound comes down to McKendry Seamer. Now Minor will bring it down quickly. She's double teamed. Finds Seamer. Seamer puts up a shot, no good. Good. It rolled around. I thought that was coming off.
It looked like it, but she got the shooter's touch there.
There you go. So 3-point ball game. Bears lead, 2:43 remaining, first half of play. Matamore with the basketball. She'll go left side to Sonic. Sonic back over to Green, top of the key. Green will drive. Green will put up a shot with the right hand, no good. Rebound tipped around, finally comes down to Minor. Minor will bring it up quickly. Minor will stop, pop, and we're gonna get a foul on Grace Sonic. No, you're not. You're gonna get on Brooklyn Weimer.
Thought maybe they're gonna give her the shooting foul first, but looks like we're gonna call on the floor.
Checking into the game is Braylon Weimer, and Elena Mitchell will check back in. Also going to see Jessie Jagier check back in. So it's Weimer, Mitchell, Jagier, Matamore, and Freeman. Kennedy Lamberson inbound. Going to catch it is Kayla Arnold. Arnold will bring it over the timeline. Get double teamed. Give it to Minor. Minor back to Arnold. Arnold puts up a three. No good. Rebound comes down, and they were totally boxed out, Mark. All Delta.
Yeah, we had the open look there. It just rimmed out. And here comes Delta right back at you.
And we're going to get a blocking foul on Kennedy Lamberson. No, on Kayla Arnold, excuse me.
That'll be her first.
Yep. Team fourth. That'll put Matamore on the line. She's a 69% foul shooter. First one for her is no good. Rims in and out. Kelly Miller will check back in for the Bears. Bears have Miller, Seamer, Kennedy Lamberson, Allie Minor, and Allie Du Bois. Second one is missed as well, but Delta gets the rebound. Freeman with it, left side.
Another second chance opportunity here.
Yep, you're right. Matamore with the basketball, working against Minor. Love watching these two battle. Freeman left wing. Now top of the key, working on Du Bois. Now Matamore works through a screen, puts up a shot with the right hand, no good. Rebound tipped around, comes down to Seamer. Now Miller with the basketball, working around some screens. Gives over to Lamberson, right side. Lamberson will drive. Nice spin move. Bounce pass over to McKendry Seamer. Right back to Lamberson. Lamberson launches a bucket, no good. Rebound comes down to Allie Du Bois, who puts it up, no good. Rebound comes down to Seamer, and that time we're going to get a on-the-floor shot as Seamer was fouled. So everybody line up for foul shots, but there are no foul shots to come. Not sure how that one's on the floor.
I looked like she was in the act, Chris, but unless we are we lining up?
Oh, they are lining up. The first official said it was on the floor.
Yep, I saw that too.
So that'll put McKendry Seamer to line. She's a 50% foul shooter.
You know, she's really done a nice job coming in. She's got 8 points. It's been a nice spark. And, you know, as a freshman coming in into a team like this with experience and with a record like this, undefeated in the league, you know, you wonder if Delta can scout for a girl like her.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right. Seamer up. The first one is good. Oh, you know what? It's a 7th team foul. It's a 1-and-1. That's why. It was on the floor.
It was on the floor. We're in the bonus. We'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely. Second one coming from Seamer. No good. Rebound knocked around, but the Bears are not the recipients as Elena Mitchell picks it up. Matamore with it. She'll go left side to Freeman. Freeman over to Sonic. Sonic will dribble working against Seamer. Now back to Matamore. 56 seconds to play. Matamore looks to drive. Shakes off a defender, puts up a really off-balance shot. Come down to McKenna Grube. So each of the stars has airballed one. Minor underneath, and we're going to get a bump on to McKendry Seamer. On the floor, she'll be fouled. She'll go to the line, though, because that's the 8th team foul. Let's see who that one is on. That's going to be on Elena Mitchell. That'll be 2 for her. Checking back in for the Bears, Braylee Krupp. Nice minutes there from Allie Du Bois.
Yeah, with 42 seconds left here, you hope you can hit your shots in the bonus and defensively get a few stops here to go out on a high note before we hit the half.
Seamer misses the shot. The other way, Freeman with it, up and in. 22-20. Bears need somebody to take it out. And finally, Miller will go scoop it up and give it to Minor. Minor will bring it over. Quickly gets trapped in the corner, looking for some help. Miller will come to get it, but Matamore picks it up. And now Delta have a chance to tie it or take the lead here with 11 seconds to play in the first half. Matamore with it. She'll give over to Grace Sonic. Now back top of the key. Brooklyn Green, no good. Rebound comes down to Matamore. And let's see, was it good? It whiz. So we have a tie ball game at the half, 22-22. We're going to take a break, come back with halftime stats and much more after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
This is my story. I'm a mother of 3, a wife, and a cat operator. I earned my degree in mechanical engineering technologies. Now I have a career doing exactly what I studied. I learned more, now I earn more.
When we moved into our new facility, I was a little worried about Bob. Bob really loved our temporary office pod. In fact, he was so comfortable, it was a bit concerning. The good news is that Bob has really embraced our new building and has seemed to settle into his new surroundings here at Bryan Ford Lincoln. Now I have a new concern. What's that old saying? People in glass offices should not wear bathrobes? We make buying a vehicle very comfortable here at Bryan Ford Lincoln.
At Krill Funeral Service, we are professionals with the sincere desire to reward every family who have placed their trust and confidence in us by being attentive to every detail, displaying the highest level of courtesy and compassion, and providing the greatest measure of respect for their wishes. As remembrance planners, our goal is to help families find joy in the way they choose to remember, honor, and celebrate the wonderful life of their loved one. Krill Funeral Service, we are experts at helping hearts heal.
An insurance policy is essentially a promise to pay for covered losses that occur to your assets. At Andrews O'Neill & Lowe, we take this promise seriously, from the minute you accept the policy to the moment the loss occurs and beyond. That's why we place your auto, home, or business insurance with an experienced carrier like the Central Mutual Insurance Company. Our expertise, matched with Central's quality products and service, provide you protection, security, and peace of mind. Andrews O'Neill & Lowe is your local Central agent. Call us today at 419-636-5050.
BMU high-speed internet is now cheaper than ever. Now just $30 a month. That's $100 a year in savings. Get it with BMU extended basic cable for all your sports, movies, and reality shows. Plus local programming, including high school sports and community events. Not to mention a local help desk and support team for when you need them. Now for the fine print. We don't have any. No contracts or hidden fees. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net.
Hey there, I'm Dieter Held with Daryl Shirkey Ford Lincoln in Montpelier, Ohio. Here to tell you a little bit about the 2018 Ford Escape lease specials that we have going on this month. This 2018 White Gold Escape SE comes equipped with four-wheel drive, Bluetooth, heated seats, and a reverse backup camera. Best of all, this 2018 Escape lease special comes in as low as $249 a month here at Williams County's #1 volume leader, Daryl Shirkey Ford Lincoln.
As the baby boomer generation tires of traditional send-offs, funerals are becoming increasingly more personalized. People are pre-planning their own remembrance gathering. Pre-planning is easy and will pay off both emotionally and financially for you and your family. Plus allows you more control over your last hurrah. At Krill Funeral Service, we're not just funeral directors. We are experts at helping hearts heal. They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
Tie ball game here at halftime, 22-22. Delta and Bryan doing battle tonight here at Bryan High School, and boy, it's been a dandy just like we thought it would. Chris Malag and Mark Rary here tonight, and Mark, boy, it just it's been a good battle.
Yeah, it's shaping up. It's one of those up and down games. You know, you have the pressure from Delta trying to dictate the pace of the game, and that's causing some turnovers, but Bryan's coming right back at him. You got a great matchup up top with Allie Miner and Matamore from Delta, so it's fun to see that in action, but just as we expected, up and down, fast pace, a lot of threes, and Bryan's in a great spot. We're at goose eggs going into the second half.
That's right. Anytime you can shoot to a draw against this kind of team. The JV game, by the way, was won by Bryan, 46-20. Bryan took an 11-0 lead, and then it got tight. It went down to 8, and then all of a sudden it broke back open again.
Yeah,
so,
late there in the fourth quarter, they pulled away and ended up having a nice cushion at the end.
You got some stats for us as far as points?
Well, we were really going to focus on the three-pointers that Delta was going to attack the game with here, and they've only hit 1 of 7 at this point.
Okay.
Turnovers at this point have kind of dictated both sides of the court for both the Panthers and the Golden Bears. The Golden Bears with 10 turnovers, and Delta currently with 7. So that's been kind of the key to the first half, is just the up and down and the pace of the game. Delta getting a lot of second chance opportunities and scoring on those fast breaks when they do create the turnovers. And same for Bryan, when they're able to break that press and beat the trap, they're getting some nice easy buckets underneath. McKendry Seamer, freshman, has come in and she's got 9 points. She's got some easy buckets underneath, and that's been a nice spark to the offense to keep us where we're at.
Anytime you can bring the freshman in and have her have some success against a team like this, it only sets you up for the future. You know, McKendry, a freshman, again, 9 points on the night. She's averaging 4 points a game, so she's doubled up, and you know, it's really been helpful because Kennedy Lamberson had a couple of early fouls, and so if you can kind of mix those two and even put both of them together, it becomes a much better basketball game.
Yeah, and Allie Minor held at bay right now with 4 points in the first half. She's in that tough matchup where she's either getting trapped or pressured up the court, so she's got to get the ball out of her hands. And on the opposite side of her with Maddie Matamore for Delta, she's currently sitting at 8 points. As you noted, she started a little slow in the first quarter, but then she settled in and she had 6 quick points there, and then finished with a 2 at the end of the half at the buzzer. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, it's just been a fun battle to watch the two of them, Minor and Matamore. I want to thank our sponsors bringing you the game tonight: BMU Cable and High Speed Internet, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, Darrell Shirkey Ford, the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Krill Funeral Home, Andrews O'Neill and Lowe, Northwest State Community College, and Bryan Ford. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll set things up for the second half action here on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
It's been said a million times, there's nothing in the world more important than family. We understand that at Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Our entire staff is like family to us. They are some of the most caring, thoughtful, and dedicated people in our industry. In fact, our newest members are part of my family. When the time comes for your family to say goodbye, remember our family, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory in Bryan, Sherwood, West Unity, and Hamilton.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and High Speed Internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
Back out at Bryan High School, we had the 6th grade basketball teams playing, and at halftime, that's always fun watching. They were kind of up and down the court.
I was going to say, it looked just like the first half that we just witnessed. It was up and down, and fast pace and attacking the hoop. So I think we're going to see a lot more of that here in the second half. I think you're going to continue to see that defensive pressure. I think Delta really wants to try and control the pace of the game with those high court traps and sometimes that 3-quarter or even full court pressure that they apply to you. And on the opposite side of that, Bryan's done a really nice job of moving the ball around, finding the open teammate, and then attacking the basket. So we've gotten some easy buckets underneath off that pressure, and we're getting to the line when we need to. So I think the key going into the second half is maintain control of that ball. I think if whichever team shows that they can control the ball the best under the pressure that's applied at both sides of the court is going to come out on the successful end of this one.
This is a good battle. We thought it would be. Again, Delta 17-1. Their only loss to Lima Bath. They are 5-0, sitting atop, tied with Archbold at the top of the league. And Archbold and Delta will do battle next week, next Thursday, in the final game of the season. So if the Bears win here and Delta beats Archbold and the Bears win at Patrick Henry, it'll be a 3-way tie for the league. Taking a look at some scores from around the region, it's Defiance over Wapakoneta in girls basketball, 26-20. 23-14, Ottawa Glandorf at the half. In the third quarter, Hopewell Loudon 54, Pandora Gilboa 18. And let's see if we got any more scores coming into us. Stryker over North Central, this is an early score. It was 10-4 early on, so we'll try to get an updated stat there as well. So here our game is 22-22, and we're going to take a 30-second timeout and be back with the second half action after this on BMU TV.
BMU high-speed internet is now cheaper than ever. Now just $30 a month. That's $100 a year in savings. Get it with BMU extended basic cable for all your sports, movies, and reality shows. Plus local programming, including high school sports and community events. Not to mention a local help desk and support team for when you need them. Now for the fine print. We don't have any. No contracts or hidden fees. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net.
Back out at Bryan High School, it is going to be Lady Bear basketball to start the third quarter of play. Starting five back out there: Sydney Lamberson, Kelly Miller, Allie Minor, Kennedy Lamberson, and McKenna Grube for the Golden Bears. Delta will put out Abby Freeman, Elena Mitchell, Jessie Jagir, Maddie Matamore, and Grace Sonic. So starting five for both as we get back to action here. Bears basketball. Kennedy Lamberson with it. She'll give over to Allie Minor. And now they've switched defenders. They don't have Matamore on Minor right now. Sydney Lamberson now. Now to Kennedy Lamberson. Kennedy in the corner. She'll move, then get back out to Minor. Minor drives, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound comes down and up and good for McKenna Grood.
Excellent positioning there by McKenna to get that putback.
Matamore fires it underneath, and it's a turnover for Delta. So that makes 8 for the night?
It does. 8 for the Panthers on turnovers. And again, they're trying to bring the pressure here as we open up the second half, that three-quarter court pressure.
Minor able to break it. Will dish out to Miller. Miller thought about a 3, then gives back to Allie. Allie with a look at a 3, but decides not to pull the trigger, and she'll give to Sid Lamberson. Lamberson working against Matamore. Now back to Lamberson. Now Allie will bring it around to the top of the key, then head back left. A little slower paced right now for the Bears. Sid Lamberson in the corner. Now Minor in the corner. Cross court to Miller, wide open 3. No good. Rebound comes down to Delta. Delta will move quickly. Freeman brings it up. Just keeps it. Puts up a shot at the foul line, up and good, off the glass. Tie game at 24. Lamberson working in the backcourt against Sonic. She'll go pass over to Lamberson. Lamberson will bring it up. Lose the basketball. Right back to Delta, so for turnover for the Bears. And Freeman will set it up now. Over in the corner, Matamore being guarded by Allie Minor. Back out, top of the key. Now to Freeman on the right side. Freeman tries to get over to Mitchell. Mitchell gets double teamed after that roll. She'll feed it across, and it'll be off of Matamore's feet and go back to the Lady Bears. Seymour will check back in. What do you make of the fact that, at least in the front court, that Matamore is not guarding Allie Minor?
Yeah, it's an interesting change there, and I think she's matching back up with her again.
But now she has been on the backcourt pressure, but when she moves into the front court, it's not on her.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that scheme plays out as the second half goes on here. And Delta kind of showing a few different defensive looks in those first few possessions as well. I think trying to catch our offense off guard, and here comes Delta back down the floor.
And we're going to charge. Sid Lamberson missed a shot for the Bears down at that end. And we're going to charge player control of charge foul on Abby Freeman. That'll be 2 on her. Freeman now 11 points on the night. Inching closer to her average of 13. And I don't know what the discussion is over here. Ryan Ripke wants a consultation with the official, and Kennedy Lamberson will bring it in. Over to Minor. Minor will work. She'll get trapped in the middle, then back to Kennedy Lamberson. Kennedy working back to Minor, right side. Minor crosses the timeline, gets double teamed. Over to Kennedy. Now Kelly Miller. Miller puts down, then gives to Kennedy Lamberson. Kennedy drives, goes between 2 defenders, off glass and in. Boy, fearless Kennedy Lamberson to go between the 2 defenders.
Yeah, she's been doing a nice job of getting to that rim tonight.
Matamore with it the other way. Working against Minor now. Brooklyn Green. Ball is tipped away. They were looking for Freeman. Another turnover. Here comes Sid Lamberson. Puts it up, no good. Gets her own rebound. Trapped, puts up a shot, and no good. And I think Sid wanted a foul there.
Yeah, it looked like there could have been some contact. Refs thought differently.
So now Delta will bring it the other way with Green. Green gives to Weimer. Weimer now back to Matamore, top of the key. Matamore looks to drive, puts up an off-balance shot, will draw the foul. I think that's going to be McKendry Seymour that picks that up. It is. That'll be her.
Be her first.
Team first. So that'll put Matamore to the line. First one up and nothing but net. 9 points now for Maddie Matamore. She averages 18.7. Second one up and good as well. She may be perfect from the line tonight. don't think she's missed one.
She missed the front
she
end
missed the
earlier
front
in
end
the
early?
first half.
Okay.
Yeah.
Minor with the basketball. Now to Kennedy Lamberson. Trapped it midcourt, but able to get it over the line. Now to Kennedy. Now back to Allie Minor. Minor stolen away by Maddie Matamore and stripped by
great hustle play there.
Sid Lamberson. Now down to Kelly Miller. Miller up. No good. Oh, Miller had a great look at that. And it's coming the other way with Freeman. Freeman to Matamore. She waits for the traffic to clear and puts it up and in. 28-26, Delta with a 2-point lead. We're going to see Kayla Arnold come in. They'll clear the traffic and then give to Kelly Miller. Miller launches a three, nothing but net. That was big right there for Kelly Miller.
That is real big. That's a momentum changer. You just start to feel Delta kind of take over those last few possessions with those fast breaks. So now we got to play some defense again.
Trying to feed it underneath, shot up and no good. And I think Kennedy Lamberson's going to get the foul called on her. That'll be 2 on her, 2 for the team. Oh, 3 for her?
Her third. I'm sorry, second.
Second. That'll put Brooklyn Green to the line. Green will put up the first one off front rim. Whole bunch of substitutions. Looks like a hockey line change. We're going to see McKenna Grube and Kayla Arnold for Bryan. Elena Mitchell and I think Brooklyn Weimer for Delta. Second one up and good. So we're all tied at 29. Sydney Lamberson will bring the ball down the court. She'll go all the way. Oh, and off of the foot of McKenna Grube. By the way, for all you kiddos listening, Bryan City Schools is on a 2-hour delay for tomorrow morning. There you go. Just came through.
Just came through with that weather forecast for tonight.
Yep.
I think you're going to see most, if not all, schools with some type of delay or cancellation as that weather approaches.
Abby Freeman with a jumper up and good. Boy, that was a nice shot there, but it was a 2-point basket, and Delta takes the 2-point lead. Minor loses the basketball, and we're actually going to get a foul before that. Oh. Delta fans are not happy, and there comes my instant alert call. Foul is going to be on Brooklyn Weimer. That is her third. Checking in for her is going to be her twin, Braylon Weimer. Bears will inbound on their baseline. Kennedy Lamberson will launch one to Allie Minor. Minor does a good job catching that one. We'll call her offense. Then back to Sydney, now back to Allie. Minor will drive, then back out to Kayla Arnold. Thought about a bucket, but then to Kennedy Lamberson. Kennedy back to Allie Minor. Minor steps in, thought about a three, then pulls it back out. She wants to drive the basketball. It's knocked away by Delta though. Matamore coming the other way, leading by 2. Kayla Arnold, and Arnold will get the blocking foul. She didn't like the call, but I don't think she was set.
No, I don't think her feet were set, and Delta again continues to force a turnover on one end and then attack the basket on the other end. It's making for a fast pace down here, and a little offense being run by the Panthers, and it's still interesting to see the defensive scheme when we have the ball on offense. They play a little softer, anticipating us getting into the lane, trying to take us out of the rhythm of getting those easy buckets that we saw in the first half.
Matamore's second one is up as well, and so now it's a 4-point lead. And here's where the Bears need to be careful. They need to keep this at 2-4 and not let it get out of hand.
A bucket here of any type is a good thing.
Absolutely. Kenny Lamberson with it. Shot up and no good. It was blocked, but McKenna Grube was the recipient of the harm. She will head to the line, and that's going to be on number 4, Braylon Weimer. Weimer will be number 1 for her, 3 for the team. She'll shoot 2. Will McKenna Grube was the 60% foul shooter. First one by Grube, battles, no good. McKenna missed most of last season with the injury, back this year. She's averaging 4.3 points per game, 2-year letter winner, but where she really shines is giving you that tall 5'9" height inside the key.
Yeah, when you stand next to her, 5'9" seems a little short for that lifting. She's got those long arms and can take up a lot of space with that spread, so that's a good presence to have down there.
And she picks up point number 5 on the second foul shot. Elena Mitchell now with it on the left wing, coming the other way, right wing, excuse me, coming the other way. Loses the basketball, and Kayla Arnold will get another foul. She was going for the basketball, but ended up giving her a bear hug from behind. So that'll be 3 on Arnold. That'll be the 4th team foul. Kayla Arnold, ever since she was a freshman, a scrappy basketball player and likes to get in there and mix it up.
Great defensive-minded attitude out on that court.
Inbound comes to Delta for Green. Now Matamore has it top of the key. A little bit out of control, but she'll reset. Over to Sonic, left wing. Sonic gives back to Elena Mitchell, top of the key. Now it's stolen away. Allie Miner with it, puts up a layup and good. And it's a 1-point ball game, 33-32. So Matamore got her pocket picked.
Yeah, excellent read by Allie there to anticipate that. And, you know, what's even more important is the momentum. Yeah, keeps us within 1 point, as you noted. That was a big bucket there for the Golden Bears.
Absolutely. Green with it. She'll drive the lane, put up a shot, and that is good. That was an ugly shot when it left her hand, but the result was a bucket. Right. So it's a 4-point ball game, or excuse me, 3-point ball game, 35-32. 3-point in the air for, that was not Myers, Arnold. Knocked out of bounds, and now we're getting a foul on the rebound. Foul's on number 5, Elena Mitchell. That'll be 3 on her. Checking into the game is our number 5, McKendry Seamer. Kayla will sit down. Bears will inbound under their own basket. They got Seamer parked at the foul line. Inbound to Groob. Groob trying to step out, gives to Seamer. Seamer hands off to Allie Miner. Miner over to Kennedy Lamberson. Kennedy will drive. Wait for the defender to pass, then back out to Allie. Bears playing for the last shot. Down 3, 33 seconds to play, third quarter, excuse me. Sid Lamberson with it. Back over to Miner. Underneath to Kennedy. Now they're looking for Sid on the cut, not able to find her. Now Allie will pass off to McKendry. Back out and underneath to McKendry Seamer, up and good.
Excellent read, excellent find there for the bucket.
11 for McKendry Seamer, and that was good patience right there. Long 3 ball in the air and almost goes in. She likes those last second shots, doesn't she?
Almost repeat there before halftime.
And that would have been a 3, but instead it will remain a 1-point ball game as Delta leads Bryan 35-34. Back after this on BMU.
As the baby boomer generation tires of traditional send-offs, funerals are becoming increasingly more personalized. People are pre-planning their own remembrance gathering. Pre-planning is easy and will pay off both emotionally and financially for you and your family. Plus allows you more control over your last hurrah. At Krill Funeral Service, we're not just funeral directors. We are experts at helping hearts heal.
An insurance policy is essentially a promise to pay for covered losses that occur to your assets. At Andrews O'Neill & Lowe, we take this promise seriously, from the minute you accept the policy to the moment the loss occurs and beyond. That's why we place your auto, home, or business insurance with an experienced carrier like the Central Mutual Insurance Company. Our expertise, matched with Central's quality products and service, provide you protection, security, and peace of mind. Andrews O'Neill & Lowe is your local Central agent. Call us today at 419-636-5050.
Out at Bryan High School, it's 35-34. Delta will inbound the basketball to start the 4th quarter of play. And Cindy Lamberson is going to work on Abby Freeman here as she brings the ball up. Maddie Matamore on the right wing. She's been working against Allie Miner the whole night. She'll dish out cross court to Brooklyn Weimer. Makes a nice move, puts it up and in for the bucket. 3-point ball game, 7:39 remaining, fourth quarter. I feel like this is going to come down to who has the ball last, Mark.
Yeah, the way it's going right now, it's back and forth, back and forth.
And that pocket was picked that time by Kennedy Lamberson, and Matamore makes her pay on the other end. So now a 5-point game, and here the Bears need to be careful. Sid Lamberson will bring it over the timeline. Double team, and she'll get the timeout called. Coach Grosjean will call that one, and
Smart timeout there by Coach, recognizing the 5-point deficit early in the fourth, and talk to the girls and calm them down. And a bucket's almost a must right now when we come back.
Absolutely, and Bears will have it on the sideline. As Coach Walker asks for clarification. You know, we mentioned a little bit earlier, Bryan school's on a 2-hour delay right for tomorrow, and schools all over Toledo are closing already. So it's going to be an interesting weather night. Here you look at a live look from behind the high school right now. Don't see any snow flying yet, but I think it's more of an anticipation. Let people sleep in and be safe.
Right, yeah, when that moves in overnight, you're going to see a lot of the schools do exactly what they've already done, like you mentioned, that's go on delay or cancel, and I think it's also going to have an impact on our weekend activities. We got a lot of athletic events happening this weekend, and a lot of rescheduling to take place. Yep, I feel.
Absolutely. All right, so let's see what the Bears can do. They're down 5. They will have the basketball. And they desperately need a bucket right here to stay in this. Can't let Delta extend this lead any more than it is. Plenty of time, but can't lose that momentum. So they will inbound to Allie Miner. Miner will stand and read the defense. She'll work against Abby Freeman. She'll go left wing. Turn, fire into Kennedy Lamberson, knocked around. Delta picks it up, and now Bryan picks it up, and we got a jump ball. We'll stay with Bryan. Boy, that was weird. It went, Kennedy was the recipient of the pass. It got tipped by Delta. They grabbed it, couldn't hold on. Bryan grabbed it, couldn't hold on, and then a jump ball.
Ended up in our favor with that jump ball call. We'll take it. Keep that ball in our hands.
But Delta has played really well on defense in the second half.
Yeah, scrappy would describe their defensive mentality, I think.
3 ball in the air for Allie Miner, in and out, and
good look.
There wasn't a Bear anywhere near that rebound. The other side, and Brooklyn Weimer misses the shot. Kennedy Lamberson comes down. Thought there might be some contact there, but no whistle, and now Kelly Miller brings the ball up. Miller hands off to Miner. Miner will dribble through the circle and set things back up. 6:30 remaining. Sydney Lamberson with the basketball. Miller top of the key. Now McKendry Seymour will have it. Now Kennedy Lamberson launches a 3. No good. Hits the top of the backboard. Tipped around. And Seymour comes down with it. And then it's tipped on the pass. Delta will have it. So Matamore will bring it down quickly. 3 ball in the air for Weimer. No good. And Sid Lamberson will catch the rebound and bring it down quickly. Lamberson will dribble around. A Delta girl put up the shot and good. Boy, she had basket on her mind right there.
And we needed it.
And now we're going to get a foul on the floor as Sydney Lamberson will commit the foul the other way. She's got 3 now on her. Checking the bonus tallies. Bryan with 5 team fouls. Delta with 4. Bears will send in McKenna Grube for Kennedy Lamberson. We also see Bailey Krupp check in. So it's Krupp, Seymour, Grube, Sydney Lamberson, and Allie Miner. Delta inbounds. Matamore with it on the left side. She'll dribble towards midcourt. Freeman launches a 3, nothing but net. Wow. Freeman now with 16 points. She's above her average. She's a 35% three-point shooter, and that time she got it. They're going to say that ball was off of Bryan, and Delta will have it back. Now they lead by 6 points, 42-36, and they'll have the basketball. Freeman with it, working in the backcourt against Sid Lamberson. She gets it, knocked out of bounds by Allie Miner on the pass. So Matamore inbound on the sideline, far sideline. Freeman with it. They'll feed it underneath, shot up, and no good with Brooklyn Weimer. Rebound though stolen by Matamore, who puts it up and in. Wow, all of a sudden it's an 8-point ball game. And they're double teaming again. They almost stole it again. Minor with the basketball. Quickly over to Sid Lamberson. Lamberson bounce pass back over to Bailey Krupp. Now to Sid again. Minor, right wing. Tries to feed underneath. Shot up and no good. And the boards are crashed and we're going to get a foul. I think it's going to be on number 12, Brooklyn Weimer. Let's see if that's what they call. It is, and it's going to be her 4th, team 5th. So each team with 5 apiece. Grace Sonic will return, as will Elena Mitchell for Delta. Kennedy Lamberson checks back in for the Bears. Kennedy looking to inbound. Finds Krupp. Now back to Kennedy Lamberson. Puts up a 3, no good. Rebound comes down, and boy, Delta has had the rebounding edge tonight on the Bears for sure.
They have, but they've been executing on the offensive end when they do grab those boards.
Matamore will launch a 3. No good. Rebound comes down to her. Puts up a 2-shot bucket. Counted and the foul. Now it's a 10-point lead, and Matamore is going to go to the line for another one.
The way Delta attacks that basket, they are able to expand that lead real quick as they execute and they continue that pressure. And it's just nonstop.
Foul's going to be on Minor. Bucket is good. It's an 11-point ball game right now, and the Bears have some work to do with 4:26 remaining. Bears with 2 timeouts. Delta has all 5 of theirs. 4:20 to play. 4th quarter. Sydney Lamberson gives to Minor. Minor top of the key. Back to Sydney Lamberson. Now underneath to Kennedy. Now double team inside. Sydney Lamberson launches a 3-0. Rebound comes down, and it's going to go off of Bryan back to Delta. Oh, now we're going to have officials talking about it, and they're going to say it goes to Delta. This is a tough situation right here. Down 11 with 4 minutes to play against a very quick team. Now the Bears are going to try to put some pressure again. Matamore working against Minor. She crosses the timeline. She will head to the left side, give over to Freeman. Freeman to Sonic. Sonic will look to drive, then give back out to Green. Green pops the shot, no good. Rebound tipped around. Allie Minor comes down with it. Minor brings it down quickly. Keeps it, puts up a shot, no good, and all she did was fling that one at the basket mark.
Yeah, anything she could do there to either get the bucket or get to the line, but that's exactly what the Bears needed right now, is to stop the clock and try and get some points on the board.
Foul will be on Grace Sonic. That'll be her first foul. Minor will go to the line to shoot 2. First one, no good. Allie, normally a 30 or 69% free throw shooter. Next one, no good. Rebound comes down to Delta. They get it to Matamore, their point guard, their senior leader. She'll get it over the timeline, working against Minor. Bears down 11 with 3:25 remaining. Over to Freeman. Delta trying to kill some time, just passing it back and forth. Mitchell with it. Mitchell will give to Freeman. Delta just spreading the floor, and then they get a shot up and good by Abby Freeman, just able to drive the lane with nothing. And it's a 13-point game with 3 minutes to play. And we're going to get a foul on Matamore. That's going to be the 17th foul. Matamore's second. We're in the 1-and-1. Not sure what she did right there, but apparently the official thought there was contact. No, actually they're going to call that on Allie Minor the other way. Wow, I thought he said 22 white.
I thought he did as well. That's a big game changer.
Wow, I think that's, I'm not entirely sure that was right. He called it, he pointed the way of...
I know Allie's questioning, I know Coach Grostein's questioning it.
And in fact, when the whistle blew and they pointed to Matamore, she got this shocked look on her face. So I don't know what's going on down there, but interesting. First one is up and good. And actually, okay, it is a 17th foul, so it is 1-and-1 down here. Now it's a 14-point game. On the rebound, the Bears. The shot was missed.
Quickly has 22 points.
Yeah.
As we are.
Remember when she was struggling at her first two?
Right.
Kelly Miller with the basketball. Underneath. Shot and it's blocked by Brooklyn Green. Boy, nothing is going the Bears' way in this fourth quarter. Delta just trying to kill some clock right now and run the offense. Matamore drives, then dishes over to Green. Green will dribble around, then give over to Mitchell. And again, they're trying to force the Bears to come out and foul them. Matamore with it. Working against Minor. She'll drive, then dish back out. And all this is the old-style burn offense right now. Burning clock, not even worrying about shots.
Yeah, it turns into the ultimate game of keep away.
Yep, absolutely. So soon we're going to have to see some fouling. They get underneath to Green, and then she'll dish right back out. And now Matamore with the basketball, and this one is going to be pretty much over, folks, because Delta is just moving it around.
Yep, we're going to have to foul here quickly if we want to get the ball back in our hands.
Well, don't give it to foul before Matamore gets it. Underneath, and they're just camping out, and that's Brooklyn Green. And there you go, 52-36. Bears have to quickly get some points and go the other way. And they're going to call that foul on Allie Minor. This fourth quarter, they look like a different team, Mark. Delta has really ratcheted things up.
You know, they bring that pressure the entire game from the first quarter on, and their game plan is to wear you out. And I think that they are reaching that point where enough turnovers have occurred that they've tried to check another win off in their list by wearing another team out, and here we are.
Yeah, absolutely. So don't want to call it too early, but you know, we were hoping the Bears would win this one and force a league tie. But if Delta wins this one, they will remain perfect in the league at 6-0 and 18-1. So, and they will set up a big showdown with Archbold. That'll be a good basketball game next week.
That will be. Winner takes all for that one.
Absolutely. Bears have to travel to Patrick Henry, and then on the 21st, that's on Thursday the 15th, and on the 21st they play at Lipstick. They're going to play a really tough Salina team in the playoffs. So it'll be Delta basketball. They will inbound with minute 30 to play. Let's see if the Bears try to foul and extend this game, or if they've kind of just let it happen. Matamore breaks free. Absolutely no one down there. She puts up an easy layup. I don't know how you let her get behind you.
Bringing all that pressure up front, trying to make a steal or a turnover happen.
Three ball in the air, and doesn't fall for Lamberson. Rebound comes down, then they dish back out to Minor. Minor puts up a shot, good. 54-38. It feels like Bears haven't had a basket for quite a while. Freeman with it.
Delta will pull it out here and try and work the clock again.
And they'll just play keep away. Matamore, nope. They were going to get to Matamore. Now they do. Don't want her to have it. Mitchell. Now back out to Freeman. It's just keep away, kill some clock. Bears have not been fouling at this point. They have no fouls to give, so it'd be shooting all along, and Bears, I think, are just trying to trying to take a look. So Matamore with it, feet underneath. Mitchell just kick it out, and so Delta doesn't even want to put up a shot. They're just trying to kill the clock. So Matamore with it, and she'll just dribble around again, and it looks like we're going to end this game at 54-38. And now Allie Minor steals it and comes the other way with a layup. So 54-40. And that's going to be it. And Delta wins this league matchup. So Delta with the win will move to 18-1 on the season. 6-0 in the NWOAL. And Bears again move to 12-8 on the season, 4-2 in the NWOAL. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have the final stats and look to the next game after this on BMU TV.
This is my story. I'm a mother of three, a wife, and a cat operator. I earned my degree in mechanical engineering technologies. career doing exactly what I studied. I learned more, now I earn more.
When we moved into our new facility, I was a little worried about Bob. Bob really loved our temporary office pod. In fact, he was so comfortable, it was a bit concerning. The good news is that Bob has really embraced our new building and has seemed to settle into his new surroundings here at Bryan Ford Lincoln. Now I have a new concern. What's that old saying? People in glass offices should not wear bathrobes? We make buying a vehicle very comfortable here at Bryan Ford Lincoln.
BMU high-speed internet is now cheaper than ever. Now just $30 a month. That's $100 a year in savings. Get it with BMU extended basic cable for all your sports, movies, and reality shows. Plus local programming, including high school sports and community events. Not to mention a local help desk and support team for when you need them. Now for the fine print. We don't have any. No contracts or hidden fees. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net.
An insurance policy is essentially a promise to pay for covered losses that occur to your assets. At Andrews O'Neill & Lowe, we take this promise seriously, from the minute you accept the policy to the moment the loss occurs and beyond. That's why we place your auto, home, or business insurance with an experienced carrier like the Central Mutual Insurance Company. Our expertise, matched with Central's quality products and service, provide you protection, security, and peace of mind. Andrews O'Neill & Lowe is your local Central agent. Call us today at 419-636-5050.
As the baby boomer generation tires of traditional send-offs, funerals are becoming increasingly more personalized. People are pre-planning their own remembrance gathering. Pre-planning is easy and will pay off both emotionally and financially for you and your family. Plus allows you more control over your last hurrah. At Krill Funeral Service, we're not just funeral directors. We are experts at helping hearts heal. They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
Back out at Bryan High School, 54-40, the Panthers of Delta on top of the Golden Bears. And Mark, it was a really tight game for 3 quarters. We thought early in the 4th quarter that whoever had the ball last would win, but then Delta went on an explosion run.
Yeah, after that back and forth for like you said, the first 3 quarters there, Delta was able to pull away. They continued that pressure and continued to attack that basket. Got a little sloppy there towards the last few minutes, but I think what Delta's game plan is all along is just to wear you out with that pressure, and I think it eventually got to us as we made it through into the 4th quarter there. So
you're in our post-game show. The main stop scoreboard again shows 54-48 Delta over Bryan. Chris Malenga, Mark Rary, and Mark, do you have some final numbers for us?
Yeah, so Maddie Manamore, leading scorer for the Delta Panthers, came in at 25, and Abby Freeman chipped in with another 16. And then on the Bryan side, we had Allie Miner with 10, Kenny Lamberson with 7, and McKendry Seymour, the freshman, came in and had 11 points off the bench tonight. So we had some turnovers, as we noted, in the up and down game. The Bryan Golden Bears well into double digits with 17, and then the Delta Panthers had 10. So I think that was primarily the biggest difference in the game as we went down the stretch there, Chris.
Yep, absolutely. And again, 3 quarters, it was pretty even all along, and then all of a sudden in that 4th quarter, they really ratcheted up the pressure, and the Bears just didn't get shots to fall, and just a challenging game for the Lady Bears. So with the loss, the Lady Bears moved to 12-8 on the season, 4-2 in the NWOAL. Delta, meanwhile, goes to 18-1. They are a perfect 6-0 and set up for another 6-0. Well, actually, whatever happened to Archbold tonight, Archbold was playing versus Liberty Center, so I think Archbold won that game, I heard. So that would set up a perfect 6-0 versus 6-0 for all the league marbles.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't get much better than that when you come down for the league championship. Yep. A winner takes all game end of the season situation. So best of luck to both those teams.
All right, I want to thank our sponsors bringing you the game tonight: Bryan Ford Lincoln, Northwest State Community College, Andrews O'Neill & Lowe, Krill Funeral Services, the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Darrow Shirkey Ford, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home, and BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet. Well, Mark, it's been a pleasure. I'm glad you're able to help me out on this one. I hope you had a good time.
Yeah, Chris, it was an exciting adventure, and hopefully I did you well.
You did a great job. I want to thank our crew tonight, our director, Eric Herman, our production assistant, Chris Bryce, our cameraman, William and Jonathan, and we want to thank the fine folks at BHS, Mook Roofer, and Teresa Kuzmal. You can order your DVD of this or any other broadcast by calling 419-633-6137 and visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net and bryansports.com. This has been a production of BMU Video. This broadcast is copyrighted by BMU and the Board of Public Affairs for the private use of our audience. Any duplication or other use of this broadcast, including descriptions or accounts of the game, without BMU's consent is prohibited. One final time for Mark Rary, I am Chris Malenga. The final score tonight, again, for the Golden Bears, it was a loss, 54-40 for Delta. And have a good night, everybody.